Hey everybody, welcome to this week's edition of Dragway Memories. We're going to start with some models. Model.
Hi, I'm Mike Vandy, and you're watching Dragway Memories.
Thanks, Mike.
Cayuga, Dragway Park, 1972, courtesy of Ross Martin.
Westburg and Westfall. Storm along number 5.
National record holder at one time, I'm
Oh,
sure.
yeah. Yeah, up against Dave Freeman in the Consolidated Fast Freight X John Elliott car, which met its demise on the 403. Gypsy Cinder, Saint and Miller.
Is that a stick?
Yeah. Yeah, super stock
340?
340, 275 horse.
Love this Mustang, but we're not sure exactly who it is.
We don't know for
We have
sure.
a couple ideas, but we don't want to stick our foot too far down our throats.
Canadian car.
Slick looking piece. Smith Brothers going up against the Western New Yorker.
Yep. Yep.
They
Schmaltz
seem
and
to be
Daniels.
just not getting there with that. What was
No,
that, 340?
It was a 340. It was a real 340 car.
Yeah.
Varmint, Cliff Schwemmler.
9010 shocks. They were the best.
I think that was a real deal 427 4-gear car when new. Elliott against Dr. Bob's car.
Yeah, Rob Johnson in what Dr. Bob pretty much made famous. Dr. Bob's Clinic. Peter Plipov, good friend of mine.
Yeah, Toronto
I
played
have
him
his helmet, mask, and fire suit in my basement. Rick Eaton from the Eaton family. There's some money going down the track there.
Westburg and Westfall again, and their storm along number 5, Troopy and Kling Power. They had all the best of the best and were record holders and were feared wherever they went. St. Dunn and Miller again, Gypsy Sinner. Up against our unidentified Superstock H.
Come on, Dave Turner. You know your Mustangs.
Dave would help us out for sure. And look, having some trouble anyway.
We're not sure on this. It looks like Camille, but we don't think it is as he drives by. That doesn't look like Camille to me. But then again, we're looking from far away. And the car just doesn't, I don't know, Bill, what do you think?
It's similar but not matching, I would say.
No. No racing decals.
No.
Always had a few.
Mike Willett, that car is a sour wine car. Later became the half-breed. There's our unknown Superstock H. Superstock I is a Gypsy Sinner.
In our continuing modified feature, this week we feature FJ Smith out of Cayuga, Ontario.
One of the most famous, hardworking, greatest racer in Southern Ontario. He's up there. He is in the Canadian Racing Hall of Fame, the Canadian Drag Racing Hall of Fame, and pretty much everything that is important, FJ's in it. This is when the car was new. You can see there's no contingency decals on it. Be super modified all the time. This is at the WCS meet at Cayuga on the return road. And here is a great shot by my friend Bob Campbell. You can see the beautiful plate on the back. This is the first incarnation, pearl white with some chromographics lettering on it, towed by an Oldsmobile, and already doing a great job in B super modified. Here we go, FJ doing a great job here at Dragway Park, and you can see a lot of the contingency decals. A lot of them were what FJ used anyway, and some of them were for the contingency money. And multi-time class winner here. This is another Bob Campbell shot at Indy, and you can see that they've been to several national events already. Constant refinement. Had some batten heads on it. See the Grace Cup. All kinds of worthy stuff. Again at Cayuga, probably the WCS meet the next year around, up against Larry Cup. I don't know how FJ did there, but he was always in the finals, and B Super Modified was an extremely hard category to do well in. He had Jim Allen and a whole bunch of Ford racers like Arlen Fadley. They duked out constantly back and forth, and that helped FJ later on. Here's FJ and Betsy looking quite lovely in the winner's circle, as they often find themselves. And you can see, you can check out all the contingency decals is different again. And a very young FJ and Betsy. And this is a famous shot out of Carcraft magazine. And we mentioned Jim Elm. Here's FJ. He's got like half a car on him already in B Super Modified. And I'm sure he's going to train link that Ford as he moves into the next round. Here is an updated, there was some rules revisions. I hate rules revisions. They'll leave the things alone. But anyway, he's parked beside Chris Hadler here at Cayuga. And notice Hadler's got Smith Performance Specialties on the quarter panel of his stalker Ford Torino. So FJ did some narrow rear end work and opening up the rear wheel tubs and changed the paint again. Different lettering. Still one of the badass B Super Modifieds ever to hit the planet. This is my favorite FJ Smith car, and it's known to be in Texas now and was a race car up until just recently. Here at Central Michigan, they weren't afraid to travel. They were everywhere, from Bowling Green to Indy to all over. Here, speaking of Indy, here's FJ just dumping the clutch. We'll have to ask him what RPM he's leaving the line at here. Manual transmission, and he's out to take out that demodified production car, no problem. As we continue, FJ's getting some help now from Oldsmobile, as his success and his good name and his quality of work and his work ethic are largely responsible for hookups with General Motors, in this case Oldsmobile, where he runs in this class. You can see it's Superstock BS, or B Super Modified, same category as the Camaro, only in Superstock. And FJ is on a roll here with 1987 shot. This could be a best engineered trophy, as FJ won many of them with front drive conversion. He was on the forefront, built the first or second ever And proud to say that he's done the chassis in our Camaro, and I couldn't think of anyone, anywhere that I'd rather have a chassis or an engine built, our very own F.J. Smith.
Well, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. If you did, hit those buttons, like, subscribe, and notifications. And remember, hook hard, go straight, don't be late, and may your God bless you. See you next week on Dragway Memories.